But what I would like with this, you see how over here there's a line that separates? What I would like is for all of this text to be over here and be able to have a sidebar over here.
Sure. You also have to apply CSS to that custom template because at the moment, you know, it's using the standard default CSS. And so, I mean, you have to have a definition of the sidebar and of the... Actually, that's right. Your custom template doesn't even have a sidebar in it. So you're back live.
Okay.
So look at your code.
So let's look at the code. All right.
So scroll down to that custom template. Okay, actually you do have an MDB Sign Up Sidebar there. And why don't you, oh, there's the MDB Sign Up Sidebar down lower. Scroll down just a little bit further for us for a second. So we can see this whole function that's below you there. Okay, so this is MDB Sign Up Sidebar, and that's MDB Sign Up Sidebar. So now scroll back up to the top and let's take a look at the code that created the sidebar. A little further up because there's the code that we're looking at just at the very top. Scroll up a little further. Register sidebar, okay, array, sign up sidebar. Okay, well, so then I'm going to make you live, and then I'm going to switch back to my screen, and I'm going to take a look at it in Firefox.
Okay. You want to go back to Firefox?
Well, I'm actually taking back over.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Let's go to your site. That was Mindful Business Development. Okay, Mindful Business Development. Okay, programs. So, and don't mind this blank space. It's just a funny thing. Since it's a background image, it doesn't necessarily show up. If I close Web Developer, it will come back. But what I want to do here is take a look at this and see how this is set up. So we have, right now, we've got our content box, and then our div ID content and our div ID sidebars. And so the trick here then is to look at the CSS and see what our CSS looks like for this. Yeah, so there isn't any custom CSS set up for this style of template. So if we were to, just for a moment, you know, I think what we need to do is to go back into your site and add a custom CSS value to this, and then we'd add CSS. I'm going to bring you back on here.
Okay.
Okay, so you're back now.
All right.
If we were to, let's see. I'm going to view page source. And it has a, okay, that's its custom class. And so then what we're going to do is create a new CSS style for that, and it's just going to be .custom. This is how you can do page-specific CSS. It's using the Thesis custom class, and I got a video in there about this. But now if what we do is we say, okay, that was the custom class, and then what we want to do is do content. And then what we're going to do is just going to float that left. Float colon left semicolon. Okay, so that brings that over, and then now the sidebar is over on the right, and probably what you want to do is make your sidebar wider. So the content is here 52, sidebar is 21, so it's probably 42.7. If we change that to, well, let's just change that to 42 for a second and see what happens. Now hit sidebar. So now the sidebar goes all the way. You know, maybe all you really want is that, if we just cut this for a second and paste it below, and instead of that, we're going to make it sidebars. And we're not going to do float left, but we are going to say, give it a width. So that would be width colon, call it 320 pixels. Now there's your sidebar, 320 pixels, and so you could make this thing wider now. That is, you'd make your content wider, and so now it would have a width, say, of 560 pixels. Well, maybe we need to make it 600. Maybe 560 was just not enough. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, that's what it was. So if we go back to here, now you've got, okay, I'm going to put your microphone back on. So is that what you look, does that look like what you were trying for?
That's very close. I see how to do it, where I could very easily go back and adjust the widths on my own now, too. So
Sure.
it's really helpful. So my